Hello my friends, Valentin here, and in today's video I would like to make a bit of an adjustment about the direction that the channel is taking at the moment. As you've been seeing in the past 4 videos, I've been covering only Elden Ring and not Destiny 2. It's a bold choice. There are many reasons why I'm covering Elden Ring and why I'm not too excited about Destiny 2 anymore. I'll go over the second, which is why I'm not too excited about Destiny 2 anymore. The reason being that I've never been a big FPS player. I've always been a more RPG, action RPG oriented kind of player. Playing as a kid, I was playing Zelda, I was playing Devil May Cry, I was playing Kingdom Hearts. I was playing Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't play much MMO. I was playing a lot of Smash Bros also as a kid and teenager. And I got into FPS when I turned 18. I played a lot of Halo 3 back in the days, back in 2009 from 2010. And but that's pretty much the biggest experience I had with an FPS. I played Time Splitter also, for those who know, on the GameCube back in the days. And around as I turned 18, 19, I completely stopped playing video games. The only game I played was Final Fantasy Dissidia, occasionally some Kingdom Hearts here and there as they came along. And then I never really got back into gaming, and I went back into gaming almost 6 years later. In 2016, what happened is that at the time I just won Ninja Warrior in France, and I was in a relationship with a girl called Claire, the girl which I'll state unnamed. And she broke up with me. It was pretty tough, and I definitely tried to flee from the situation by hiding into gaming. That's really what happens. And I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I remember I saw Afro Senju playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. And then I saw also Afro Senju playing Dark Souls 3, and I got hooked right away. The atmosphere, the design of the weapon, the combat system, the boss. I just loved everything about this game. And then I discovered that there was PvP, and in my opinion, Dark Souls 3 PvP is really what any RPG lover, action RPG lover, is hoping for: a diversity in build, using magic, but also different weapon and sword and move sets, a lot of tactics to be put in place, and it was just kind of a revolution for me. And I played Dark Souls 3 all the fucking time. And then in 2018, I started this YouTube channel with Dark Souls 3 videos, with invasion video, and different build like Noctis inspired build, Sekiro builds, etc. And but things got a bit boring around late 2018, when the game was not evolving. There was no new patch, there was no new addition to the game, no new maps, no new weapons, etc. And then I actually saw a Destiny 2 streamer called Fighter PL playing Destiny 2, because Destiny just turned free on PS4. And what hooked me up was that you could use a sword. It was really the main thing. It's like, what? You can use a sword in this game? This is so cool. So then that's when I started to play Destiny 2. That's what hooked me up, is that you could use a sword. I ended up learning later on that using a sword, especially for 3 picking, is a very frowned upon tactic, and it's pretty funny to think about it, that I ended up hating on people using a sword. So in terms of, I think there's a lot of similarity between Dark Souls 3, the Souls game in general, and Destiny 2, mainly on the RPG element, the fact that you can create various builds, the fact that you can use various weapons, various tactics, various characters. It's not just about gun skills, which ended up being a real turn down on the long run, where abilities are just free kills at the end of the day. and they, instead of supplementing your gameplay, ended up giving you too much of an advantage, and it turns out into a who's spamming the most ability kind of vibes. Of course, the ability system in Destiny 2 is great for newcomer, for casual player. When you're just trying to have fun, you get your super 2 times a game, and you get some free kills, and you don't need to use too much of your weapon, because the difference between someone who plays a lot and someone who casually plays an FPS is drastic. It's aiming, the game sense, predicting your opponent's movement, predicting the flow of the game, etc., is a real difference maker. And abilities are trying to nullify this difference maker. But well, I'm kind of drifting apart. Where I'm trying to go is that Destiny 2 has become very stale, and I think there's a lot of manipulation from Bungie's part also to keep their player base engaged with a lot of cheap tricks, fake renew of the game, capitalizing on some addicting behavior that some of us may have, and I really dislike Bungie for doing this. Is that instead of giving their player what they want, and then inviting them to come back for the next expansion, they keep their player base engaged by faking renew ET. What I mean by that is that over the course of a season, over the course of a year, the guns are just reskins. When we think about it, Sunsetting has been out for about a year now. So Sunsetting has been out for about a year. And when you think about it, we had the best weapon already. We had the best SMG with Recluse. We didn't need any other SMG. We also had Anti-Obdi, which was, in my opinion, much better than Shire's Wrath at the moment. In terms of gun, we had Dire Promise. We had the Old Fashioned. The Old Fashioned in this meta will be really good. We had the Old Fashioned. We had Kindled Orchid, which was an amazing energy and cannon, even on the side of lethality with Kill Kick Rampage, but also on the side of consistency. It has rangefinder, it has quick draw, it has rapid hit, it has what else does it have? Explosive payload, rangefinder, already said it. It was just like a beast of a gun. And in terms of 120, we had great 120s. We had the Duke, we had Warden's Law. Like, there was a bunch of good 120s. In terms of pulse rifle, we had Redrick's Broadsword. We had a bunch of adaptive frame. We had great also energy counterpart. I'm thinking about the Horus Lease. The Horus Lease was great. We had great slug shotgun, energy, everything. We had everything. There was no need for any new weapon. And the way they made us grind for guns is just taking the guns away and then put them back. That's really what they're doing. Most of the guns are just reskins. They are just reskins. And just the system of getting a gun is so damn bad. It's so bad to do the activity, the same fucking activity again and again and again and again, so that maybe you have a chance out of 3,000 to get the gun that you actually want. And I think this is not okay. I know things are about to change. Maybe we still don't know what it's going to be with Witch Queen, where they are going to they are going to give us a way to craft our weapons, but it just doesn't cut out for me. So the PvE is boring. The PvP gets old really quick, where they are on purpose, and I do believe they are doing it on purpose, put overpowered guns and overpowered abilities so that everyone has a chance to compete. And this is the problem. Not everyone should have a chance to compete, because if everyone is strong, then no one is strong. And then what's the goal to to trying to get good at the game. Is there any reason to get good at the game when anyone with the Lawrence driver can kill you without too much of an aiming skill, with stacking linear fusion targeting mods? Like, Lawrence driver is such a dumb gun, and a bit the same with Chaperone. Like, why would you? You're gonna lose to a rushing Titan with bottom 3 striker most of the time. He has Chaperone, he breaks your shield, body shotting you, you're dead. That's it. That's pretty much it. And I'm not hating on Titan. I do play Titan most of the time, but I just it's just like, it doesn't cut out for me. It doesn't cut it out for me anymore. I've been playing Destiny 2 for about 3 years now, and it's the same thing. They nerf stuff, they put overpowered stuff. After a year, they nerf the overpowered stuff, they give us a room to breathe, and then they bring broken stuff. It's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare, and it's never gonna get balanced, guys. That's the thing. I think that's the realization I've came along, is that the game is never gonna get balanced. It's not gonna happen. If it would have happened, it would have been done by now. The game has been out since 2016, 17, and it's still not balanced. Do you think it's going to change? Do you think next year is going to change? And that's what I mean by addicting behavior and trickery of your player base, is that they keep on, oh yeah, don't worry, we're going to make an update and we're going to do that, and everything is going to be so much better. But it's not. It's not gonna get better. Stasis was broken and it's still broken for a long time. Slug Shotty, especially Chaperone, is a big of a nuisance. Many guns are shooting instead of you. I'm thinking about Palindrome. Like, Palindrome is just giving you free headshots. Same for Ace of Spade. There's just so many outliers that, for me, that's my opinion, of course. Everything I'm saying is my opinion. For me, it doesn't make the game fun anymore. You can lose against people because they are using broken shit. Now, let's put that in contrast with Dark Souls 3, and why do I think Dark Souls 3 is the game that has a higher skill gap. Players like G9 can go 3 hours streaming without getting killed once. And it's not because, and that's the thing, it's not because he is bullying noobs, because many of the games that we see from very good players that do like 50 kills in a game, etc., etc., and even myself, when I do like a 48 kill, when I do like a 42 kill with the 2 ran, etc., etc., it's not because I'm such a great player, it's because somehow the game is putting me against worse players than me, and that's how I'm able to shine that much. This whole like feeling of being a god is also a trick from the game. Sometimes the game puts you in lobby where they know you're gonna do well, they know you're going to shit on everyone, so that you feel good about yourself, but it doesn't mean that you are good. You see the difference? It's not because you go to many people take the NBA as an example. It's not because an NBA player goes to a court field and shits on everyone that he's such a great player. Maybe in the NBA he's just average or good, but he's not like that god. But that comes back to the feeling of why people play video game. The reason why is because we try to escape. Just like I told you guys in this intro, I played video game because I tried to escape from the pain of losing the love, what I considered to be the love of my life, at the time. And I hide into video game. And why do I go into video game? Because I know I'm going to feel good. The designers of the game want you to play because they want you to feel good. They want you to feel like you're accomplishing something. They want you to feel like you're progressing, like you're that the experience is fulfilling in some way. And that's why they put Lawrence driver in the game. That's why they do it, because they know that anyone pick Lawrence driver can shit on any top tier player, and they are not nerfing it. What they nerf about it is the ability energy that you get from getting a kill or something like that. It's like, that's not really the problem here with Lawrence driver. And I get to a point with Destiny 2 where I just can't anymore. I'm playing the game, I play for about 5 minutes, I'm getting killed by any bullshit, and I'm just turning the game off. I'm getting to this point where I just refuse. I don't refuse to die. I do accept death. I do accept being bad or getting outplayed. But I do refuse getting killed because of a super. I just can't anymore. I can't die because, oh, he has a super, I'm dead, that's it. I just can't die because the guy has a Lawrence driver and I'm being pulled because my teammate got killed and then I'm getting shot. I just can't anymore getting chaperoned from 16 meters because the guy just farmed my teammate and then I'm the one next. I just can't take this anymore. It's just too unfair. It's just too frustrating because you get to a point in Destiny 2 where you look at the footage, and Kemike talked about it like 2 years ago. You look at the footage, you think about it, and you think about what you could have done different, and the answer is nothing. Your aim was not going to help you. Your placement was not going to help you. Your position on the map is not going to help you. It's all about, oh, I just got unlucky, or I didn't have an ability to counter his ability, or I am not using the same overpowered gun that he is, or the same overpowered subclass that he is, so I'm losing. And for me, this is not what fun is. So yeah, that was a bit my rant about Destiny 2 state, and I know the new season is coming, but what's gonna come in the next season? I mean, the next season that you have to pay $30 to get it, right? I don't know how much is the deluxe expansion, but I think it's about $30. Like, you get a new 6-man made activity. Is that going to be fun? Probably not. Probably it's going to be fun the first time, and it's gonna be boring as fuck. What are you gonna get? A gun from Destiny 1? Probably some reshoot gun. I don't know what to tell you guys. Yeah, some armor, but that's it. Like, are you planning to have some new armor? Is that what excites you? Is that what turns you on? Is that what you want to have sex with the game, you know? Like, if that's what you're about, you know, all the power to you. And I'm really happy for you that you're finding fulfillment in that. For me, it doesn't cut it. I just can't. I can't anymore. Just like, you grind your bright dust to buy some armor. And then you have a fashion, it's like, oh yeah, I look good, but then you try to make your warlock look good, but it's almost impossible because all the warlock are wearing dress, and I don't want to wear a dress. I'm not a dress kind of guy. But you get the point. I'm just not having fun at the moment right now with the game. I don't want to lie to you guys, don't want to pretend like I do, and make videos and you know, lie to you guys. I do think the game is fun, but up until the point where you're getting shit on by some broken shit, like I just can't anymore. I just did the list of everything that pisses me off, and I can't anymore. Now, going back to the Dark Souls 3 question, yes, there are a lot of ways to outplay your opponent, and if you are better than your opponent, they cannot pull out a stupid trick on you to kill you. They can overpower you in an invasion, for example, when you're 4v1. Yes, there is like 4 people rushing you with like crazy weapon, and yes, you may die, but you may also survive if you're smart about it, you know. Same for, but if it's a 2v1 or even 3v1 and you are better than your opponent, you will not die. They won't pull some stupid trick on you. I'm not saying Dark Souls 3 is perfect. There's a lot of problem with the game. It's not as balanced as it could be, but it's actually pretty well balanced for a game that's not being balanced anymore. Compared to Destiny 2, which is supposed to be worked on and balanced, there's so many broken shit in it. Think about it. But I think it's all on purpose. I think Bungie knows what they're doing. They make the game in balance so that casual come in and have fun. Because most of the money that comes from the gaming industry is the casual, is the people who buy the game, they play a few hours here and there, then they do something else because they're too busy doing something else. Hardcore players like us, people who put in like 4, 8, 10 hours a day on the game, we are not giving them much more money. If anything, we are taking money away from them because they need to pay for servers and shit like that when they are not making much more money. You see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at? Okay, good. So Destiny has always been something to pass time. Destiny has always been something that I do as I've been waiting for the next Souls game. That's really what it was about. I've always waited for Dark Souls. I still think Dark Souls 3 is a fun game. It's just the same map, it's the same weapon. But that's what's crazy about the game, is that even though the game hasn't been balanced since 2018, people still find new ways to play. People still find new weapons to play with. For example, in 2018, no one was playing with Murky. Now Murky is one of the best weapons in the game. Back in the day, no one was really swapping. People were swapping for doing like repost and stuff, but not as a way to play, not as a way to pull out weapon art out of the blue, etc., etc. So there are a lot. Even the people are still finding new glitches. People are still finding new path for speedrunning. Like, there is so much in this game that is not being developed. That's what's crazy about it. So yeah, so I'm really excited about Elden Ring. I did play the network test. It was awesome. I'm gonna make a video reviewing the network test very soon. It was just awesome. It was just great. I had so much fun, and it was so refreshing and not dying to some BS or whatever, you know. And I'll be covering the game, but I'm gonna be covering the game, I think, in many aspects of the game, in terms of lore, in terms of
Holy shit.
of PvE, in terms of PvP. PvP is going to be my main thing when we get the PvE out of the way. I'm mainly going to be focused on PvP. But it's just so exciting. I don't think the game is going to be perfect, don't get me wrong. I don't believe Elden Ring is going to be this messiah that we've all been waiting for, the perfect game. The perfect game doesn't exist. The same as real life, there is no perfect real life. Perfect game doesn't exist. We need to accept it. But it's going to be great. And if Elden Ring, it turns out to be shit, I'll just stop even bothering with gaming. Because I do believe gaming to some extent is a detriment to your life. I'm probably gonna make a video about this. So that's what's up. That's what's up with the channel. If you guys are 100% not interested with Elden Ring, I do understand. And if you want to leave, that's okay. I still love you. There's no hard feelings. I will be posting some Destiny 2 clips here and there, because I'm still gonna be playing the game. I'm not gonna tell you I'm quitting Destiny. At the moment, I'm not having fun with the game. Can it be better? Yes. Is it going to be better? I'm sure. Is it going to be shit and there's going to be a lot of overpowered shit that's gonna come out? Probably. Most probably. So yeah, that was Valentin. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me, guys, what you thought about that little rant. I see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
That was the best game of my life. Oh, 43. I thought I had more. Very, very, very good game.